Hello everybody, today I wanted to give you a raw, behind-the-scenes look on what my life is like as a 20-year-old piano tuner. We'll also be seeing how much money we can make in a day, so click the full screen button and enjoy. We have 3 appointments today, but before I get to that, I need to get ready, so let's do that. Alright, the car is warming up, so let me give you the game plan for the day. We have 3 appointments. All 3 of these today are just pretty typical standard tuning appointments. First, we gotta drive there. It's around 30 minutes, so I'm gonna get to the road. Alright, we're at the first appointment, and hopefully they let me film inside, but I'm gonna try and bring you guys along, hopefully. Hi, how are you, Dren?
Good, how are you?
Doing very well.
Good.
I forgot it rained last night and I set out on my porch swing. And so I got a little bit soaked, so I had to change before I got here, but yeah. Other than that, it's been a pretty good day.
Good.
So tell me, how's the piano doing?
Doing okay.
Good.
I haven't noticed any problems with it.
Good. Okay. Cool. I'll just go through the routine then.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Alright guys, I'm going to switch over to a voiceover for a little bit, and you can see I made my very first mistake of the day right here. I pulled the screw out of the music rest, and because I'm trying to hold the camera with one hand and work with the other, it's not really working that well. I really should have just grabbed a tripod. As you guys can see, this piano is pretty old, but it's a customer that I've had for a while, so I try and take really good care of her. In a second, I'm going to check the tuning of this piano by ear, so I'm going to drop out for a little bit so you guys can get a little taste of what this is like in real time.
Are you almost done, or is it going to be?
Yeah, I just finished, so I'm completely done. Normally I play a song, but I'll pack up everything and get out of your hair. That way you can get going too. All right, so I just finished my first appointment, which I did talk to the customer for a tiny bit, but she had to leave. She had an appointment at 11, and it is currently 10:50, and I have another appointment at 11, so I need to get running too. Okay, I just drove into the next house that we're supposed to tune, and this lady has a really old Steinway grand piano, just a regular standard tuning again. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hello. I don't mind dogs at all, they're totally fine. Hey guys! I did have a question real quick. Is it alright if I record a video on this piano? So I have a YouTube channel where I post videos of me working on tuning and repairing pianos. Is it okay if I do that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Just don't get me in it, and I'm okay.
Okay, yeah, no, you won't be in it. So here we are with the Steinway piano, and in case you guys haven't picked it up, I'll be switching back and forth between a voiceover and back to regular video. And this piano is actually really just beautiful in person. The camera doesn't really capture it quite as well. And this little cavity right here kind of opens up. That's because this used to be a player piano, and there was a bunch of mechanisms and mechanics that went inside of there, but they all got taken out probably because they stopped working. Anyway, as I was tuning along, I found this string right here has been replaced, so I'm kind of interested to see if some good musicians out there can tell the difference between the 2 strings. I'm not sure how easy that's going to be for most people, but feel free to play that section over as many times as you want. And thanks to the power of time-lapse, I just finished tuning this piano, so here's the final product.
I have like one song memorized, and if I don't play it
Yeah.
a lot, I will forget.
I do the same thing too. I go through a rut where I'll play like the same song after every tuning, and then I'll be like, I want to learn a different one, and I'll forget all the other ones.
And once you memorize it, it's hard to read it and play it.
Yeah.
Like when I mess up and I have to go back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Memorizing it is basically the only way that I can play, because I'm
Really?
so bad at reading sheet music.
I just wish I could play better.
Mm.
Is it the piano doctor now?
Yeah, if you'd write it to the piano doctor, that would be the best thing. So the total is 183. That's with the mileage split between you and Joanne. Joanne. Okay, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I want to make sure I had the names right.
All right.
Yeah.
Piano.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Just finished with the last appointment and it went really, really well. The customer actually left me a tip and she paid me $200 and then an extra $10 cash as a tip. So I'm off to my next appointment. But first, we need to grab some lunch. Okay, real quick before I go grab some lunch, I just had a thought and maybe it's crossed some of your minds too, so I just wanted to address it. When I first started learning how to tune pianos, I dealt with imposter syndrome a lot. I remember the first time I ever charged someone to tune their piano, it was kind of like a family friend. I had been practicing for around a year and a half or so. And so I was gonna slowly start raising my rates, which is, that's a great way to start, by the way. Tune for free for like 50 pianos and then slowly start raising your rates until you get to like 100. And then you should be pretty decently good at tuning by the time you reach 100 pianos. Anyway, so I was in there for a couple hours probably, and I charged them, I believe it was like $45. And I thought that was too much because I was just a kid and I had just finished my other job working minimum wage. And so, you know, making $22, $23 an hour seemed like so much. But if you're feeling like, dude, that's like so much money to charge, you have to think of like other people in the trade industry. This is fairly normal. And actually in my area, I charge pretty cheap for piano tuning because I don't feel right charging anymore. The thing is, if you have a technical skill, you can charge how long it will take the customer to do it, not how long it takes you to do it. Because if the customer wants to do it themselves, it's going to take them probably 8 hours. They're going to have to buy the tools, the software. They're going to learn how to do it. It's going to be a difficult thing to do. So they'll gladly pay someone because they don't want to spend the time doing it. There's a UPS truck here. Well, that's a good segue. I'm going to go. We are running low on gasoline. Alright, so I'm stopping for lunch here. Normally I'll use this time to see if anybody's made any appointment reservations or check my emails, stuff like that. Or sometimes I get stuck watching YouTube as well. But I can't really show you that because I need my phone for it. So I will be back in a bit. I'm in the bathroom right now. Look at this weird sink they got. That's pretty cool. Alright, so we made it to our last appointment of the day and we are way ahead of schedule, especially because it got pushed back around 30 to 45 minutes. So we have nearly an hour to kill. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I honestly might try and take a nap because I'm kind of tired. Either way, I'll see you guys in about an hour. All right, the last appointment for today is for a local high school. And generally when I'm going in to tune a piano for a school, there's like a 50-50 chance that it's in really good condition or it was not kept very well at all. And this one was pretty out of tune. I time-lapse most of my tunings because nobody likes to sit and listen to this for an hour, but here's what it's like to tune a single note. So yeah, when you multiply that times 88, it can take quite a while. As I was playing through the piano though, I found one of the keys was clicking pretty badly, and so I started taking the piano apart, and I show you one of the bolts here. Especially on newer pianos, those are like the only thing holding all of this in place, and once you get those out, you can actually take apart the piano pretty easily, though I must say I do not recommend it if you are a beginner. Leave it to the professionals because it's really easy to end up breaking something. I've heard so many horror stories of people trying to fix their own piano because they watch a video on YouTube and they're like, oh, that looks easy, so they try and take everything apart. Well, they end up dropping the piano action or breaking something because it's really fragile, and I don't want anybody to have to go through that. I just found a dime in it. Alright, so back to the clicking note. For those of you that are curious, the problem with this note is this hammer right here. It's really, really loose. So loose, in fact, that I could just pull it right off. That is not supposed to happen. So I'm gonna grab some wood glue, and the fancy term for it is called re-hanging the hammers, but essentially just glue it back on. It's nothing super complicated, but you do have to make sure that it is aligned properly and stuff like that. In the end, this one turned out really nice, so we're gonna start putting the piano back together. This was the only repair that I had to do, so now it's just a matter of going back and doing a second pass on the tuning. And in case you guys are wondering why you have to do 2 passes, for pianos that are this far out of tune, you have to do one, otherwise it won't hold a tune very well. And here's a quick before and after. All right, this appointment's been kind of long. I ran into a couple snags on the way, but let's put this piano back together and then let's get going. So I just finished writing up the invoice, and technically I won't get paid today. I'll probably get paid in a month or so whenever they send that check in. But the total for that job was $297. So it was $225 for a tuning and a pitch raise, and then $30 for re-gluing the hammer, and then $42 for mileage. I had a pretty good day today. I wasn't expecting that much from just the 3 appointments. It's already almost 6 o'clock now, so I gotta go home and get some dinner, and I'll keep you guys along for the ride. Also, pro tip for literally everybody on earth, always have a spare emergency stash of granola bars. It helps a lot. So I just got home and it kind of actually like hit me while I was driving. $690 is crazy. Younger me would be absolutely flipping out right now. And I don't want to be like all self-righteous or anything like, oh, look how much money I made in a day. You can do this too, like get rich quick scheme or anything like that. But like, it's possible. If you want to learn how to tune pianos, this is possible. And in fact, you can make a lot more than I have. I don't want to lie to you, like $690, that's a really good day for me. I don't make that every day, but it's totally doable. In fact, actually, I'll link another video that I made, and it talks about the best way to get started learning how to tune pianos. It'll be linked up here probably in a few seconds. For now, I'm gonna go inside and get some dinner. I am starving.